Wait, so you're driving right now?
Yep, headed back to Michigan. Bro, I was just being random for real. Like, Michigan was going through like this crazy storm, and my ex was in Chicago, so I was just like, hey, I'm gonna drive over there. And I just chilled with them for a few days.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Very relaxing.
How far is that drive?
Bro, it's usually like 4 hours. With the snow and everything, it took me like 6-7 hours to get here. Yeah, that shit was shitty. I had to call like 3 tow trucks. I was like, there was a point where I was just like, the car that I rented was like halfway in snow. I'm just sitting in the car sideways, like just waiting on the tow to come. It was pretty shit.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, we just talked for an hour and then you don't have like OBS or whatever open. Like we just chilling, didn't record it.
All right, welcome back to another interview with Lossless Media. Real quick before we get started, I wanted to give a huge thanks to everyone who has been supporting the project because I just told everybody about it yesterday and a lot of people have come out and said that they think the project's super cool. So that's been awesome to hear. Whether it's been like people listening to the podcast or reading the articles on the website, it's all very much appreciated, especially because I'm doing it all on my own. It's been a lot of work that I've put into it. You know, anybody supporting the project, I'm very grateful for. So today we are joined by someone very special. This is my friend Bralyn.
You're special.
You're special.
Oh man, don't flirt with me on cam, bro.
My bad. So we've known each other for a while, but I feel like I've known about you for a long time and I've talked to you for a long time, but I maybe don't actually know that much about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fun fact, we actually met like 3 years ago, like a week ago. I saw it on my Snap story.
Yeah, that's true. I scrolled all the way back in our our Instagram conversations the day that it had been 3 years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna say something, and then I'm like, no, that's weird. I'm not gonna say anything.
Duh. It's our anniversary. What'd you get me?
I got you a pink pillow.
Bro, you're goated.
With a heart on it.
That's actually goated. Bro, that's so fine.
The heart's green
I'll take
though.
it.
The pillow's pink, but the heart's
pink and green.
Yeah.
Bro, that's perfect.
Yeah, I didn't actually get that for you. Sorry. How did we meet though?
Bro, I think you reached out after I dropped my first 2 songs or something. I like checked your stats and everything, and like your music was like super chill. I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous. You were like the first person to reach out, and you were like, bro, let's work on a song. And I didn't know how the process went. I didn't want to like mess it up, so I just felt like, okay, I have to make sure I set the standard of like charging or whatever. But I didn't want to overcharge, so I was like, bro, give me $25 and I'll do a verse. And then what song did we do? We did
Well, we did something first off that is somewhere on my computer that I don't even know. Or I think it's on my old laptop. It's a song that never came out, and I don't remember what we called it.
There was a song that we did called Bonne.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like French, and it was low-key hyperpop in like 2019,
2020, I think.
It was a super cool song. I was just like freaking out about the vocals on there though, but looking back, that was a fun song.
I can't remember anything about that song. I remember making it and I remember that name, and I think I remember who produced it too.
What? I thought you produced that because I didn't. No. Oh, you had let me start on the vocals.
Wait, did I? I think it was produced by this guy, Wasted Youth, I think. There's this producer named Wasted Youth. I have no idea. I don't even know. I just met him online. He has cool beats. I'm pretty sure he produced that song, as far as I remember.
Bro, that's crazy. So do you just meet a lot of people online? Like,
yeah, I've been eternally online since I was like 12. So chronically online actually. No, I've met a lot of people. I mean, I feel like you're kind of the same way. Is that true?
Online? Not kinda, to be honest. A lot of people I meet online are still from my city. Like, I do meet some people online. It's kind of hard not to. Have you met my friend Mark? His name is Amateur Lover on Instagram. He just dropped a visualizer for his album. Bro, you should meet him. He's from Tarzania, or Tarzan. I don't want to say that wrong. He's from Africa. You should meet him. He's a super dope guy. Like, oh my God, he's a great artist.
What's his name?
Producer. Amateur Lover. He's just a super dope human being. Like, just a cool guy to talk to.
Fair enough. I don't think I've met him, but I'll check him out.
It's off topic, but dude, I just met this girl on Hinged. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese tonight.
You're taking a girl to Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese, bro. We're gonna go beat up kids.
Oh no.
This is amazing.
My day is made. I've never even been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Bro, what? She said the same thing. How is that possible?
Well, I don't think there is a single Chuck E. Cheese in Oregon.
Really?
which is where I
Oh my
grew up.
god. Oh my god. Is that a good like? Are you okay, bro?
I think I'm all right.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, Chuck E.
so.
Cheese isn't all that. It's just like one of those things you just happen to see as a kid. Like it's kind of shit. Like the pizza's literally cardboard.
Yeah.
And have you played Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
It's just that, but like cheap.
Yeah, I think that kind of turned me off Chuck E. Cheese because I always imagined the fucking rat eating me or some shit.
Dog. He definitely is big enough to. He could pick a kid
That
up.
dude's huge, yeah. Because didn't they have a mascot? Is there like a Chuck E. Cheese like guy that walks around with a head on, or is that not a thing?
No, that's a thing too, which was always weird because I'd be like, why are there two Chuck E. Cheeses? And it kind of broke the immersion for me. I was like, oh, this isn't real.
That's scary.
Yeah, that was like a defining moment in my childhood. Like when I knew there was two Chuck E. Cheeses, it kind of clicked. I was like, oh, there's no Santa. I don't know. I could be bullshitting. Who knows?
It's all a lie, unless it's not. Let's talk about you though. Let's talk about you and your music because you make some incredible music, and I want that to be the focus of this interview.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate that.
When I first found you, I think you had 2 songs on your Spotify, which was "I'm Okay" and "I Doesn't Know," and both of those were incredible. I think when I listen to your music, every single song that you put out has a very unique twist to it, and it comes in the way that you rap and in the way that you harmonize on your melodies and with your vocals. I think you do something that I've never been able to do, and I really look up to you in that way. So talk to me a little bit about the process of making a song, and I don't know, give me your favorite song.
Damn. My favorite song by me or my favorite song, like, right now?
You can give me both.
Damn. I appreciate you for saying, like, for calling out the rapping and the harmonizing, because that's really like, those are kind of like my favorite things to do in terms of music. Lately, people have been trying to like box me in like as an R&B artist, or it's weird because like, I don't know, I'm like rap heart and soul. Like they asked me what percentage R&B to rap I am. They were guessing like 70-20. I told them I'm 100,000% rap.
Yeah.
And so when I go to make a song, in my mind, I'm still trying to like bar people down, but I think I just get distracted and just start like venting my feelings, and it comes out softer, and then I just make it pretty with harmonies. I think that's my whole process.
That's a great process though, and your bars do come across. I mean, you have a lot of very impressive rap bars that I listen to, and I'm like, I could never rap that fast, first of all, and that clearly. You're very good at like speaking crisply and quickly, and making it sound good as well, which I really like.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just like super like hyper, like I don't know. I be moving kind of fast. But thank you. That means a lot because I love rap music. I don't know. That shit just fire, bro. Like I fuck with it.
Yeah. So talk to me about your inspirations a little bit then. Who are you listening to recently? I know a lot of your music, at least sonically, is inspired by people like Smino and Monty Booker and like those kind of people. Do you still listen to a lot of them?
Bruh, Monty Booker is my favorite producer of all time. Like he's just a GOAT. I do listen to Smino, of course, still. I like a lot of Saba. It's funny, I'm in Chicago right now. I like a lot of Chicago stuff, but like the niggas who got me started rapping were definitely like Eminem. That's probably where like the fast stuff comes in. Yeah, Eminem for sure was like, oh man, I'm so angry. I gotta rap right now. Like I don't know. Like Eminem's kind of a GOAT. It's weird. People hate on him now. I see the perspective of like his music not aging the way, it doesn't match the vibe now, I guess. I don't know. He's still a GOAT.
I don't think anyone can deny Eminem's success.
No doubt. And bro, you know who's also super fire and low-key doesn't get his flowers? You fuck with Kyle?
Yeah, I like Kyle.
Bro, Kyle is like, I don't know. He's one of the most genuine rappers to me. He was just like, yo, I'm gonna be positive in music. That's like, cause I went through like phases with music, like on and off. When I heard Kyle, I was like, oh my God, I don't have to be like a thugged out nigga to like rap. Yeah. I feel like it kind of like opened my eyes, like, oh man, anybody can rap and we can rap about whatever. Like, bro, let's talk about sex and Super Smash Bros. Yeah. Like, that's fire, dog. Like,
I definitely went through a big Kyle phase as well. I love that he consistently makes like amazing summer songs. Anytime it's summertime, I'll like go back through my Kyle phase for at least a week and just find like the perfect song to listen to while on like the beach or something. Cause
that's fact.
Him and Lil Yachty, I swear for like 3 years straight, they just made the summer banger. Like the song that was replayed. I
think it's because Kyle's from LA that he just makes good sunny music.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like that whole it's the Smile, that Smile album, bro. That's just the perfect shit to listen to when it's hot as hell and like everyone's naked.
Yeah.
Music is so fire.
Music is so fire.
So you've been animating lately.
Why are you trying to send this on me?
I'm just, bro. This is our first like conversation. Like we've had that one call with Adamar, but other than that, like we haven't had a.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just want to know.
Me and Adamar were trying to work on a project together not too long ago where we do like a 3D like AR character design for an artist and then pitch and like sell them not the rights but like just on the project itself. So we were gonna like animate and 3D model this character and then just go around and be like, hey, yo, this AR, what is it even called? You know, an AR filter on like Instagram.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, hey, this filter will get you like this many views, and it'll be super useful for you. Do you want to commission us to make one for you? But then we never ended up doing it. So.
Oh, that would have been a cool collab because I know he's got his filter thing. Going on right now.
That's what inspired it. He was like, he made a super cool filter for his community.
Bro left me out. He left me out the first filter, but I wasn't mad because there's just like hella artists in Detroit. I understand it's like.
But even before then, I was making, like I got into Blender and just started 3D modeling and texturing and learning how to make renders and shit like that, which was really cool. And I'm still doing that stuff, but I'm trying to combine it all into like one thing. So for Lossless, I'm going to eventually contact artists like maybe you or other artists in the future and try to do collabs on 3D models of them. You know how we talked about making that little like 7-second clip or whatever for a song?
Yeah, I do.
So my idea now would be to come to an artist and be like, hey, I can model you in 3D, make like this little stylized character, and then 3D print it, paint it, and then sell it as like a physical toy, physical like figurine thing on the website that will like drop with an interview. So that's the plan now.
Bro, that's fire. That's super dope media. Like, I don't know how to, another way to, but that's fire, bro. So where'd you get the idea for Lossless? Did you get that from like WAV files?
Oh, for the name, yeah. The name was like 2 weeks in the making because when I was back in Oregon, I was working this cleaning job where I would just clean offices for like 8 hours alone. And I just had a lot of time to think. So I carried this notepad around with me and I just wrote down any thought of what I should name the project. And it went through like hundreds of different names and I was not satisfied with any of them. And I thought of Lossless and for some reason it just clicked. I was like, okay, this can be applied to like physical media or audio because I didn't want it to just be like a music thing or just be like a visual art thing, and so I felt like Lossless could be either or.
So physical media. So what like physical media are you interested in making?
Like anything. I'm really interested in doing these like 3D models right now, but I've been painting a lot for the past few years, so painting's sick. Did you ever get into painting?
So tight. Yeah, I fuck with painting like pretty regularly. I went to like art school when I was younger, so like I don't know. Painting is so like damn near second nature to me. I'm not a super cold painter, but like I could like do some shit, you know?
Really?
Yeah. I really fuck with colors.
Have you ever posted anything that's like your paintings or anything like that?
Probably a minute ago. Probably a long ass time ago. They're probably archived as hell now.
Yeah. Well,
I can send you something. You should send me something.
No, send me your work. I'm a shit painter. Everything that I make comes out pretty horrible, but it's fun to do, and I enjoy the process a lot. And it makes me appreciate when I see
it is fun.
See good paintings or like really cool, like unique artists online. Because I'm like, damn, that looks super easy, but I know that when I put pencil to paper or whatever, I'm not making anything close to that.
Bruh, no, I feel that. See, I'm not a code, like I'm gonna say a drawer. I can't like, I'm not super good with form. I kind of cheat. I just like call everything abstract and then just make colors that are like satisfying and it like passes.
I don't think that's
like,
cheating.
For sure.
That's what a lot of artists do with a lot of different kinds of art. That's kind of just what art is kind of like throwing shit together and talking it up a little bit, being like, oh yeah, it's abstract art. I don't know.
Yeah, for real. Really selling it.
If you make something that looks cool, it doesn't really matter.
That's 100, man. That's kind of what I've been thinking about, like with music lately. Like I've been kind of, you know how people make like quote unquote concept albums or whatever. Like I'm really starting to move towards a space where it's just like if it feels good, then it feels good. Like,
if it feels good, it feels good. So are you working on an album right now?
I'm working on something. I wouldn't call it an album, but I'm working on something.
What would you call it?
It's an art project. It's not gonna be a traditional album. There's definitely enough to like make an album there, but I want to give it to people kind of different. I've been really into visual art lately, like frame by frame animation has been my shit lately.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Are
Yeah.
are you talking like digital art frame by frame animation, or are you drawing frames?
Jesus, digital. I'm not cut like that, bro.
You could do a
Like,
mixture though.
really?
There's a lot of people I've seen recently in the animation space that do mixed media stuff like that. Where most of their process will be digital animation, but then they'll throw in a piece of 4 or 5 frames in the middle of a random sequence where they just like drew it out and put it on top of everything. So you could do mixed media and stuff like that. I don't know if you've thought about stuff
That could
like
be
that.
tight. That could be tight. That would give it like that. I don't know how to say it, but the kind of paper feel, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Have
just
you have you seen any animations that are like 3D mixed with 2D?
yeah.
What's some of your favorites?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I said yeah, but I'm trying to think of where I've seen that. Recently, I've only seen a fuck ton of 3D animations because I've just been following a lot of 3D animators in the scene because I've been super into like Blender and 3D modeling and animation and stuff like that. So a lot of these guys are purely 3D. But I know before I even got into it, I was looking into 2D animation, and I know I downloaded like Adobe Anime and tried to learn 2D animation, which is really hard.
Yeah, bro, you're deep in that scene. It was crazy seeing you jump into that space because you really jumped in.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's fun to just throw yourself at a different art form, just randomly.
That's 100.
I think it's shown me a lot that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. Is the album you're talking about, or the project you're talking about, this concept related to the live you did a while back, where you showed off a few songs?
No, that's a whole nother project, bro. I've been sitting on music for too long.
Dude, you need to release some stuff. I love your music. Just put it out.
I know, bro. It's that time. I appreciate that again, but fuck, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I kind of just overthink things, but like, I feel like it's just time to share stuff.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I sit on projects forever until I feel like they're perfect. I think a lot of artists do that. I think whenever you're ready to release something, a lot of people will be very happy to hear it.
Hopefully, bro. Have you had Giordano's?
What's that?
It's a Chicago like famous deep stuffed pizza,
No, I saw it on your story though, I think.
bro. It's fucking massive. Like the amount of cheese this is probably pounds of cheese. Like I'll probably never get this again by myself because this was like trying to eat a whole pie by yourself.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, it was pretty gross in the best way.
I had a
I just-
vegan pizza 2 days ago. It was pretty good.
Vegan pizza? Are you vegan?
No, my girlfriend's vegan though, so we've been eating a
Okay.
lot of vegan stuff. The cheese
So
is
what was
weird.
on it?
It's like vegan cheese. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's like sticky.
Oh, is it thinner?
The pizza?
The cheese is like thinner than normal cheese.
No, but it like melts almost. Like when you put it on your tongue, it like melts.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was delicious. But the cheese doesn't have a taste, and the meat also, it's the right consistency, but it also just doesn't really taste like anything. So most of the taste of the pizza was just the sauce.
Bro, no way.
But it was good. I mean, I still
I would
enjoyed
try
it.
it. Would you eat it again?
Yeah. I'd eat it. I'd eat it again.
10 out of 10? Like 6.
Maybe 7. But I'd eat a 4 if I'm hungry.
You'd eat a whoa.
I'd eat a 3 or 4, yeah.
What's a 3 or 4 to you? Like, where does ramen fall on your out of 10 scale?
I'll tell you this. Have you had Domino's?
I hate Domino's. Oh my god! Don't tell me you eat Domino's.
No, I fucking can't stand Domino's. It's disgusting. I'd say it's a 2.
Okay. Fantastic.
And I'll still order that sometimes.
Bro, are you serious, bro? Why?
I have puked the last 3 times I ordered Domino's. So I'm kind of sworn off for a little bit, but eventually I'll be like, damn, I'm really feeling pizza, and it'll be the only place open, and I'll order it. It'll happen.
Bruh. They have good. Their cookies are really good. Like their little cookie pie thing.
Yeah, even thinking about that right now makes me want to puke.
Yeah, Domino's is pretty trifling. I don't.
I think it's
wouldn't do
because
that.
I order too much every time, and I don't even want to think about this right now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Man, Domino's, not the move. Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
What's up?
It seems like a big part of your personality online has to do with being awkward, and I want to hear a little more about that. Why do you consider yourself like awkward as a person, and where does that come through personally? Just in your personality, do you feel like you're an awkward person?
That's definitely like a something I used to resonate like real strongly with. I still think I'm like kind of awkward. I just get uncomfortable sometimes around people. But I mean, people are cool. I'm learning to like love them for real. Like I don't know, life is really like about people. But no, like I just feel like I don't make the right social decisions sometimes. But at the end of the day, like you really get to do whatever. Like, we're really free for real. Like, we're free human beings. I could scream right now. I'm like, intrusive thoughts gonna win, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I do what I want sometimes, and that's weird to people who don't do what they want. As a kid, I was like, I would see hella people just do things that they don't really like, or they like for some odd reason that isn't like kind of like clothes was like, I used to not give a fuck about clothes. I've been dressing lately, but like people in like, this is such a corny, like cliche thing, but like designer clothes are so,
Yeah.
they're so ick to me. Their value is the fact that other people see that they have value, and that's not intrinsic value. That's like, I don't know. I just always thought it was lame. I like when people are themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think I know what you're saying now. I see a lot of people like that all the time. I think most people kind of live their life in a way to conform to what people already believe is who they are. So, like, for example, a lot of people ask me as an artist, like, oh, you still making music? Like, that's so cool. I wish I could make music. I've got that so many times. And I hear that and I'm like, okay, do it then. So start making music then. But a lot of people, I think, are kind of stuck behind their own perception of how people see them, and they don't want to become someone that they don't see as themselves. So I think people feel stuck in their own skin. That's how it seems to me.
Damn, bro, that's real, man. People do, they kind of box themselves in like that. That's so real.
Well, I think like, everyone does to some extent, because they don't want to be seen as like for example, in school, I remember I would dress a certain way, and one day in high school, I tucked my shirt into my pants, and I didn't do that before. And I came to school, and everyone was like, "Why the fuck you tucked your shirt in to your pants?" And I was like, "I don't know, I wanted to." And then I went home, and I never did it again because everyone called me out for it.
Man, okay. And that's kind of crazy though, because like you were just doing what you wanted.
Yeah, but that happens to everyone in some way.
Yeah, I think it's a good and a bad thing, because like for me, I use it to like root out who should be around me and who shouldn't. Like when I would wear like super colorful earrings in high school. Like I used to rock these like ruby joints, and I would wear like these kind of shirts that showed my like chest and shoulders a little. Like I like my chest and shoulders, and that was like an intentional decision. So I would go to school and like some niggas be like, "Oh, he's gay," blah blah blah. I'm not gay. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, but the people who like saw the intention, or even saw that like, oh, he's just doing what he wanted, those are the people I like really locked in with and like became friends with like long term.
Yeah. So. I think that's really special that you were able to find those people in high school, because I had a similar story where I would wear earrings and paint my nails in high school, and people would just call me gay all the time, and I was like, fuck, well. But I don't really feel like I was able to find that many people to keep around that didn't judge me super hard. I had like 2 friends that were pretty chill.
That's the way to go, honestly. Like, I don't know, 2 really like down people.
Yeah.
You really can't miss. It's like, I don't know. I don't like big groups either.
Sometimes I think I really want a big group, though. Like, I came out to New York and I haven't met a single fucking person.
Really? I see the value in having like a friend group.
Yeah, do people do that after high school? Is that a thing?
Yeah, so like what I've been peeping from like the most social people I know, they introduce their friends to like their other friends, and then they just sit back and watch them like, and then they do that over and over, and eventually they'll have like a big friend group that is a bunch of little. It's like they're running like a mafia, bro. Like they're the head, and like there's just a bunch of capos under them.
I'm gonna do that.
Travel seems dope, bro. I'm gonna come out there soon, dude.
What, it's in New York?
Yeah, man. Chicago kind of hit. Like, just being somewhere different is so fun. If you ever want to see Detroit, I'm not sure if you would want to, but like,
that'd be fun. You should come to New York though, because
you don't only get robbed like one time with us. Oh shit, you hear that?
No.
There's like a siren. Discord is so good for cutting out background noise.
Yeah, it is sometimes.
Yeah, though. I feel like my threshold is really high.
You sound good.
Thanks. We've come full circle. Yeah, man. But who you been listening to lately?
I've been listening to your music all morning.
Bruh, thank you.
I didn't write enough questions for this interview. I'm out.
That's fine, bro.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we just been going with the flow, bro, honestly.
I want to ask you about you, though. I want to ask you a super general question. You can take this any way you really want to, but when you make art, music or otherwise, what kind of message do you try to convey to people? What is your goal when you're trying to make music, besides just having your voice be heard? What are you trying to say?
That's a good question. What am I trying to say when making art? I think it's really about freeing my mind. What what I'm trying to say, it'll depend on like whatever I'm going through. Really, I've been like, I started therapy lately. I started therapy like a year ago, and this is my second therapist. And what we were talking about with music is that it's very versatile. It can be whatever I need it to be. So like for most of my musical like journey, I guess, music has been like, say what's on your chest, be yourself. I don't know, kind of get the sad shit off you.
Yeah.
But like, I'm kind of learning that like, and I'm not like a party guy. I don't know if you can tell, but like, music can kind of be fun. Music can be like a turn up. Music can be cute. Music can be competitive. It really can be whatever you want. So I just try to like really do whatever I'm feeling in the moment. And I hope that that's really what comes across, that like I'm doing how I feel type thing.
Yeah, I think it comes across that way. I think it comes off very just easy. It sounds like you're in the booth and you're just easy spitting.
Man, easy sometimes.
Easy in the way, in the way that you, in your delivery. I mean, like it sounds like it was easy for you to do. Like you just came into the booth and nonchalantly was like, okay, I'm going to say this stuff and I'm going to get out of here. And it comes across passionate as well. I'm not saying like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not saying like too laid back. No, I get you. No, I do like when it's easy. I think it's supposed to be easy. I think Salo recently said like making good music is supposed to be easy. I do just overthink a lot, to be honest. Like sometimes I really want to make stuff detailed, but if you chase the feeling, and I got this from Tyler, then you'll really, Tyler, the creator, but like, you'll really like fill in all the blanks type thing.
If you chase what?
If you chase the feeling, like if you chase like the feeling, yeah. I don't know, yeah.
Do you produce music now?
Here and there, yeah.
What of your songs have you produced?
I don't think I produce anything that's out.
Oh.
I do have some produced stuff, yeah.
Do you like producing?
Yeah, it's fun. It's actually where I started, but I like dipped into lyrics and stuff. But producing is fun. It's harder to overthink sounds, you know?
I disagree. Not for me.
Really?
Not for me. I think you said it's harder to overthink the sounds?
Like just sounds, no lyrics.
Oh, I think it's so easy to overthink sounds. I think I do it consistently.
Really?
That fucks with my brain, yeah.
What do you like think about? Like, what goes through your mind?
Just, does this sound good or not at the very base level? Like, sometimes I cannot tell. Like, I think this sounds good. I think it sounds good to me. And then I'll be listening to the same thing the next day. And it's like, that didn't sound good at all. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm always overthinking the sounds that I use.
Shit, well, I mean, I've heard you, bro, that's crazy. Cause like, I don't know, like I fuck with your beats too. So it's like, that's weird to hear you say. Cause you make the level of chill stuff that I would want to make. And that's your older stuff. I don't know, that's weird though. I feel like if you like it in the moment, then that's all that really matters. I don't know. Yeah. You can't really control if you like something in the future.
Well, when I'm making music, I always love it in the moment. And usually off the top of like finishing writing a song and like recording a song, I will be like the most ecstatic, highest I've ever been. And I feel the best I've ever felt in the moment. And that usually fades the next day when I listen again. Do you get that same sort of feeling where right off the top of recording something, you feel like it's the best thing you've ever made? And do you ever come back and be like, okay, I don't know what that was?
That high? No, I low-key get the opposite. Like, the reason a lot of my music isn't out is because, like, I'll make it and then be like, I'm not feeling it. And then I'll listen to it a month, a week, a year later and be like, bro, what was I thinking? Like, I'm fucking with this. Like,
really?
But, yeah, so, like, in the moment, it's just hard to finish songs because it's just like, what am I doing? Does this even sound right? And then I'll listen to it later. Yo, shit, yeah, this sounded straight.
That is weird because I do think I'm like the exact opposite in that way, where I'm usually fucking with it hardcore when I make it and then listening to it later, and the further along it's been since I made it, the worse I feel about it.
That's interesting. I don't know. I do get that high sometimes though. Like when I don't know, some stuff does catch me. That's the stuff I get super hype about. Like, the stuff that catches me in the moment and lasts, like that's perfect.
Yeah. Can I ask you about that live you did recently? Were the songs on there all yours?
They're all mine. And my homie EJ, who's like a super dope producer. I can probably talk about this one because it's a 5-pack. It's coming out pretty soon. All produced by him, and he is one of the best producers in the world. Like oh my god, he deserves his flowers.
So you're saying the songs you played in there were all produced by this guy?
Yeah, he's a goat. He's a goat.
And is he on Spotify?
Yeah, it's EJ, but it's EXJX. So yeah, we got that coming. We that's probably the person I made the most music with over the years. We have a lot of stuff. We have enough for probably 2 projects. Probably not gonna put out 2 projects. Probably just gonna put out 1 this year.
Well, that's very exciting. because I was super impressed with what I heard on that live. And do you care if I link that? Because I can embed like the Instagram video in the interview. Do you care if I do that?
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Just to give some context from what we're saying.
Yeah, bro. These are going on the tube, right?
Eventually, yeah. I haven't put any of them on YouTube, but the audio will be on Spotify, and then I'll do like a write up on the website.
Got you. Okay, for sure, bro. My Chuck E. Cheese date. That sounds so bad, but or she's down, bro. Like I don't even have a place to stay tonight, but I'm gonna find somewhere and meet her at Chuck E. Cheese.
If the date goes well, you'll have a place to stay.
For sure.
I didn't even have like the only arcade I had in my town growing up was one of the bowling alleys. We would go there just to play the arcade, not even to go to bowl, and it was expensive.
Was it like what games did you play?
Oh, I don't know, just like classic arcade games. I think I went recently and they had a like some big massive Minecraft game, but it was a Minecraft Dungeons like arcade game where you could play with like an arcade stick and all that.
Yeah, it's 4-player.
I think so. I looked at it. I was like, I didn't know this existed. This is crazy. This is kind of cool.
Bruh, that had to be recently. Like that had to be
I think so. It's like an evolution of those Flappy. Like after Flappy Bird came out, those were in all arcades. I swear to God.
Yeah. Hip.
Like hit the button and make the bird jump. Have fun.
Yeah. Those were. I can't believe that game got so big.
It's addicting.
Yeah, people used to send the creator like death threats and stuff.
I heard about that. That's why he took it down. I hope that guy made money first.
I'm sure he did. Yeah. Ad revs alone.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
So what's Oregon like? Is that like a, tell me about Oregon. Is that like a country? Is that more close to a city? Well,
I mean,
Oregon is a state, right?
I lived in, yeah. You just ask him Oregon is a state.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was 50-50 chance.
That's so funny. I live in Central Oregon, so it was like half country people. Like the high school I went to, there was a whole parking lot we just called the Hick Lot because they would come in their big old trucks and they'd be wearing cowboy hats and stuff, and they're like actually from the country. And then half of them are like people trying to be city kids, which is probably like me and the people I hung around, people that just wanted to get out of our town. And then everyone else was pretty normal, but it was a weird mix for sure.
That's fine. Damn.
And a lot of people that like pretended to be country, because a lot of the people were like, it was cool to be country, like they would go to the rodeo and everything. And so the people that weren't country, they would like still wear the big boots and stuff and hang around those people. And I would know like their house is in town, and I'd be like, why you're not like that,
bruh. That's wild.
Maybe I was being too judgmental, but I just thought it was kind of weird.
So, like, living in, like, a big city like New York, what do you feel like the differences are between...
Everything. Okay, the town I came up in is, like, 99.9% white. So, coming here, I just saw people that exist. It was it's a culture shock to actually see culture, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It was really cool.
Do you feel like you would have wanted to leave Oregon if the internet wasn't around?
I probably would have went to Portland, Oregon, the biggest city in Oregon.
What's in... Okay. Is that your capital, or it's just a big city?
It's just the biggest city in Oregon. It's kind of fucked right now. But
what's wrong with it?
Everything. I mean, ever since like COVID happened, there'd be like firefights in the streets with people. Oh, man. There's just been really bad violence with like people raiding and like ransacking businesses in the city. So there was like a period of time where people would break in and just like throw bricks through the windows in the city like all the time throughout the night. And then the police would come out and just, I don't know what kind of gas it is, but they would throw these gas bombs. I don't know a lot about it. I wasn't there.
Damn, that's rough, bro.
It was in the news all the time. We're like, holy shit, don't go to Portland. But if I didn't have the internet, I'd probably go there because I thought that city was really pretty and I like the thought of being around a ton of people, even though I don't really like being around people.
But that culture though, so what's new? Are you in like the New York culture, or like is it just seeing different people?
What do you mean?
That kind of like doesn't, because you were saying like it was you kind of got culture shock in a way, like when you went to New York. What shocked you?
People are mean here. That was a shock.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's like what they known for. Like.
Yeah, I know they're known for that, and I knew that growing up too. It's like New Yorkers are rude, I guess. But the town I'm from, like you pass somebody on the street, you like smile and wave at them, like that's normal. Even like striking up a conversation with someone you're like just happen to pass by is super normal.
Yeah.
But like you come to New York and you smile at someone on the street and they look at you like you're about to like fucking hit them or something.
Man.
Like it's like don't make eye contact.
I feel like that's and correct me if I'm wrong if you disagree. Like I feel like that's kind of country. Like that's I don't know how to put it, but like that's definitely something people outside of big cities do. They're more friendly. They talk to people more. Like they're more
Yeah.
down to speak with a stranger. You feel like that's Oregon?
Maybe. That's just what I grew up in. I thought it was just normal people skills.
Honestly, that should be the norm, but I don't think that's the norm. I don't think that's not the.
Is that what Detroit's like? What's Detroit like? If you walked up to somebody on the street and was like, "Hey, what's up?" Would
You know,
they?
you can kind of talk to whoever. Like I've never talked to someone and they've been rude, but I think everyone's just kind of like super careful at first with each other because you never know what somebody's on. You don't want to start a conversation with somebody and then they're trying to like, I don't know, sell you something or like get you involved with some shit you just not trying to have in your day. But like,
Yes, that's not a thing at all where I'm from because the assumption is that everyone's kind of regular. The assumption is not that somebody could be on something or is trying to sell you something. Like that's just not normal.
yeah, that is kind of weird. That's interesting. Yeah, you can definitely talk to like if I see a like an older woman, I'll always hit her with a like, "What's up, auntie?" Like, you know what I'm saying? They're always receptive.
Yeah.
You can call anyone bro. Like you be like, "What up, bro?" It's so weird. It's funny though. Like Detroit is because you were saying Oregon is like 99% white. Like Detroit is like, and I kind of had that same culture shock even when I left Detroit to go somewhere else in Michigan. Like Detroit is all black. Like we have like maybe 1% Latino after that black. And then there are white people in Detroit, but like they're kind of doing their own thing. But
people used to say that my town I came from was an incubator for white people. But coming to a city with a huge population of just every single type of person and people that don't even speak English as their main language regularly is really cool to see because I get to see all sorts of people that I would have never met if I didn't leave.
That's real.
Do you like Detroit though? Tell me a little bit about Detroit. I don't know anything about the city.
Detroit is amazing. Detroit is like, it's so weird because it's really a poor city kind of, but like, I don't know, you really go for the people. Like the people are so dope. Oh my God. Me and my friend Kirk's super dope cinematographer. And he just started producing. We were talking about Detroit one time and he put me hip to some shit. Like he was like, "Bro, look at Detroit." And like we were just really like looking at the street or whatever. And he was like, there's like the poverty is kind of like built into the city. Like it's a super black city. If you look at Detroit and compare it to any other big city, Detroit is very small. The roads are super congested. I don't know how to put it. Like, okay, our city's built for like 2 million people or something like that, but there's only like a couple 100,000 of us. Don't quote me on that. And so what ends up happening when you have a city that's built to be small, but it's somewhat empty is like you get like a crazy crock pot of like culture, bro. Like I literally think about it like little Africa because like the same way Africa is like huge and there's so many different places in Africa. Detroit is very like it just has so much different culture. Like it just you're gonna like you could. I'm stuttering a lot, but there's so much. There's a lot of shit in Detroit. Like there's motherfucking you got Detroit style music, which is kind of bubbling mainstream right now, which is like like the hard like hood shit, which is super dope. I'm glad that that's happening.
Name some artists that are big in the Detroit music scene because I don't really know. When you say Detroit music, I don't know what that is.
Bro, it's so hard to even give you that. I'll give you the people who are like, I'm gonna tell you this. On a bigger scale, I'm sure you heard of Babytron, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's even like from Detroit, but like whatever. But that style of music, that's what's like popping from Detroit right now. That hard, bar heavy, kind of swing style music that honestly feels like older style rap, So there's that. Then you have Ghetto Tech, right? Which is like, and man, you would love Ghetto Tech. I'm gonna send you some Ghetto Tech music, which is like house music, but it's just straight Detroit shit. Like it's just ghetto stuff. It's super fire. It's super fun to dance to. Then you got our R&B scene, which is super crazy. We have some of the best singers in the world. I'll stand on this until I die. My sister, Brianna Lee, best singer who's ever in the city right now. She's the best singer. Like, she's the coldest. Then you got the rap scene. It's just so much. You got like weird niggas. You got weird niggas. It's just a lot. I don't know if I'm overselling it, but like, bro, there's a lot to see and do and shit.
And that's your sister that you put on the Rhymes and Riddles like remix?
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know it was your sister.
Yeah, bro. That's my little sis.
Yeah, she's got an amazing voice.
Yeah, man. She I'm not gonna say she's the reason I do music, but like she's the reason she kept our family musical until I got interested in it. Now we're like both. Just like
Are your parents musical or anything?
My mom sings, yeah. My granddad used to play piano and stuff.
I didn't grow up in a musical family at all.
What?
I know.
That's interesting.
People are surprised when I tell them that, but I think it's really cool to grow up in a family where people make music because I think it just perpetuates the idea that you can make music.
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
crazy. For a long time, I didn't even want to make music. Like, I was so turned off by that. They used to like, you sure you don't want to rap? Like, she going to the studio, you don't want to? You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I was so not into it. I was so much more into like YouTube and video games and stuff.
Yeah. You still into video games?
Bro, hell yeah. I don't think I'll ever stop like loving video games. That's like, what you been playing, bro?
I'm going to name something really niche, I think. But I've been
Please.
playing this game called Slime Rancher 2.
Slime Rancher 2. What system? It sounds like a Switch game.
It might be on Switch. I have no idea. I just play on PC.
Slime Rancher. What is it? Is it a shooter?
No. You're this girl Beatrix, and you pop up on this like super colorful island, and your goal is to just suck up these slimes into your little gun, and then you put them in capsules and basically enslave them. But they're happy. They want to be there. I promise you.
What the?
No, they love it. 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 And then you feed
I
them.
looked it up. This looks dope.
It's super colorful, and it's just a cool looking game, and it's a really cool concept. And I like mechanical, like weird systems games. So like games like Factorio or Satisfactory, and this has a lot of the same principles as those games, where it's almost like a mobile game principle where you do the same thing over and over to get better things that'll make it easier to do the things you're doing over and over. And I know that that's the system of the game, but I still get addicted to it.
No, those are fun. I fuck with this art style, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what got me.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it driving. It's not the best idea, but this should look fire.
Don't
yeah,
crash.
I'm gonna play this.
It's pretty cheap too. I think it was like $20.
It's giving Adventure Time vibes.
Okay, before we get too far away from it though, I was gonna say something about, you said Detroit. What was the music thing that you brought up? Ghetto something.
Ghetto Tech.
Ghetto Tech. That reminded me of this artist Rio Vaz that has been popping in from Jersey. He's either from Jersey or he makes like Jersey.
That Jersey swing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that doom.
Yeah, and he's the first artist that I've really listened to that has brought that style to the forefront of my brain, and it's a really interesting, really cool style, and it is rooted in Jersey culture, which I think is super sick. I went to a show that he played at not too long ago, and being in the crowd and just seeing the energy of the crowd fucking jump into that music is insane. So I don't know, that's just what I thought of when he said Ghetto Tech. I don't know if it's anything like that style of music at all, but just having that niche, like, side genre that you listen to just reminded me of that.
Yeah, they don't, I wouldn't say they sound similar, but they do have the similar, like, intention of, like, making people want to dance. Like,
you said it's like house music, though, which I feel like is similar, maybe.
Yeah, it's all dance music. It's all, like, super energetic. Jersey shit is fire, though. Jersey club music, that's what it is.
Yeah, club music, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fire. I would fuck with hearing that in the club. I don't go to clubs, but that would be dope to hear some Jersey shit.
I've been going to more shows. That's the coolest thing about New York, is that I can actually go to shows for artists that I listen to. I was so heavily into the underground music scene growing up, and I could never ever catch a show by anybody that I listened to because nobody came out to my town or anywhere close. Like a lot of the times when people tour, they just skip Oregon altogether. So I was like, fuck.
Wow. That's crazy.
But being in New York, it's like everyone comes to New York. If you're touring, you're going to come to New York. So it's awesome. I fucking love it.
That's tight, bro.
Do you
What's
ever
the last show you went to?
The last show I went to, I actually missed it by like an hour, and then showed up for like the last 20 minutes of this guy's set. He goes by the name Shinigami.
Rapper?
He used to rap a lot, but now he just makes like club music and electronic music. He might still rap a little bit, but he wasn't playing any of that at the show, and I haven't heard much of his recent stuff, but he was someone that inspired me growing up. And I caught like the last 20 minutes of his show. I was too scared to say hello to him. So then I like tried to look for the bathroom. And on my way to look for the bathroom, I ended up in another part of the venue that was like 4 times larger than the piece of the venue I was in initially. It was like I opened a door that I thought was the bathroom door into a concert hall with this Australian girl strumming the guitar, playing like singer-songwriter music.
Ooh, that's tight.
I don't even know what her name was, but she had some really sick tunes. So I listened to that show for like 2 hours.
Damn, you just listened to her play live?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Damn, that sounds fire. Singer-songwriter music is
She had a band. I mean, she had like a band. It wasn't just her up there, but it was all live music, which I really appreciate. You said you don't go to the club. Do you ever go to shows at all?
Yeah, I go to shows. There's hella shows in Detroit too. I like open mics too.
Like comedy open mics or like
poetry?
I've never been to anything like that. What's that like?
What? Poetry's super dope because it's just a bunch of people who just like, poetry's so interesting because you never know what someone's gonna sit up there and say. You really just listening to people's like thoughts for real that they don't know what to do with. It makes me feel more human because it's like, oh, people have stuff.
People
and then it's some people are like funny. Like some people will go up there and do comedy. Some people go up there and do like erotic stuff. It's
Have
whatever.
You ever been
it's
up
really
there?
Yeah. I think I've done like 2 open mics like my whole career. I've been listening to open mics for like a long time, but I haven't ever. But yeah, man. I did a joint off the project me and EJ are gonna drop called Jesus Take the Wheel. That should come out pretty soon. Yeah, man. Shows are interesting.
Yeah, I like seeing artists up front live. For someone who's chronically online, it's super cool to see somebody that you've followed for a long time in person. Yeah, or just a real person in general. Fucking a human. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
real spill.
We've been talking for a long time. I have at least one more question for you, but I don't want to keep you too long.
No, you're good, bro. I'm about to go find an Airbnb.
All right, let me ask the final question then. I need one or two suggestions from you on artists that you think deserve an interview or deserve a little more time in the spotlight, some time to speak their piece and talk about their art who wouldn't otherwise have a chance to.
Damn. Okay, for sure. I'm gonna just go fast. Off rip, this nigga named Lilo, bro. This nigga one of the hardest people in the city right now. He the only nigga I look at as like rap competition. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna just say it straight. Like, he the only nigga I respect in the space. Other than that, I'm gonna say another artist. Oh, Mark, Amateur Lover, bro. Interview him.
And will you link me those two people?
Yeah, I've got you.
And then before I go, I feel like we talked about me for a long time, and I didn't mean for that to happen, but we were just catching up a lot.
Yeah.
Let me know anything you want to say before we go. Like, is there anything that you want to talk about? Any piece of your art that you want to explain or shed some light on, or literally anything you want to say?
Shit. I'm really just gonna put out the shit I feel, and hopefully when I'm like dead or whatever, it all just like makes sense, like when you listen to it together, or it doesn't make sense. Whatever. I just hope it's real.
It sounds real to me.
Yeah.
So far, I think you're doing a good job.
Drink wine, have a good time.
You said something about wine in our song.
I did. You talking about Sipping Till It's Dry. I think I said wine in both of those songs.
Wine's good. I love wine.
Sipping Till It's Dry. Yeah, wine is low key, bro. Like, I fuck with hard stuff too. I'm low key pulling back from like drinking and stuff, but like wine is definitely like a smooth little sip that shit in.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm just a sucker for juice, and wine's the closest thing I can get to like drinking juice.
No, facts.
In alcohol form, so.
Yeah, it tastes like sugar sometimes.
It's pretty good. All right, I'll let you find the Airbnb. Have fun at your Chuck E. Cheese date later.
Thank you.
Should I leave that in for the
I'm scared. Is that fuck it, bro? It's whatever.
I think it's funny. No, I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious.
They need to know the truth. Well, bro, I appreciate you doing this for real. This is dope.
Thank you for coming on and being my third interview. I'm still getting used to interviewing people, and I really don't know what I'm doing, but it's been fun. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being here, and we should talk again soon.
Bet it up, bro. All right, all love, bro. Peace out.
All right, peace, man.